A little bit of English classes over here. Here we are again. Welcome everyone. I'm so happy. I'm always happy. And let me do one thing because we're forgetting one more setup. There you go. Turn on the lights. Here we are one more time on our series of interviews of 100 Days of American Immigrants here in Houston, Texas. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. If you are in Africa, if you are in Asia, in South America, Canada, Iran, wherever you are. Thank you guys for joining us. I know this is going to be flowing around later on. It's Friday right now, and I'm so happy to introduce this amazing couple that actually reached out to me. First of all, you're not the person that happened. So I said, hey, I wanna contribute to the messages that are happening right now with this interview. So I'm really happy. Everybody that is joining us right now, it's Friday. I don't know how much traction we're gonna have right now, but why don't we do just justice? I am right here with Travis and Nikou, am I pronouncing it correctly? And we have a beautiful story to share with you guys today. Thank you, Karencita, in Colombia. So we already got people joining us. We don't see all the names yet, and the battery is gonna last. Trust me. Now, to do justice and to keep it under the terms of timing, why don't you, each one individually, introduce yourselves to our audience in Facebook?
You go.
I'm Travis McCarra. I'm a brand designer and product designer, and me and my wife Nikou, we run some real estate investments together, and we have two wonderful kids.
I think they're not doing justice, so I will do the justice. I will ask the questions. We have a main interviewer today, which is Nikou. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'll continue with the questions.
I'm Nikou. I moved from Iran. I was born in Iran. I moved there to Canada when I was about 2 years old. My family was leaving because of the Iranian Revolution. We lived in Canada for a few years before we moved over to the U.S. We started in Richmond and then Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And then made our way to Texas and have been here since. And then this is where I met Travis. And
So you guys met in Houston?
Yeah.
How long ago? Because you have two babies, so maybe...
10 years.
Yeah.
Wow, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So you guys went to school together probably, or?
Yeah, we went to school together.
High school or?
College.
College, okay,
Yeah.
College. So, I'm very happy to have somebody who is not only basically a Houstonian by now, born in Iran. So your parents, where do they live right now? Your parents?
My mother's here in Houston.
In Houston, okay, perfect. So well, thank you, Anna, for wishing us a happy Friday. Thank you, Sonia, in Croatia, to join us on this set of interviews. Now, you've been married for how long? You've been known each other for 10 years?
5 years.
5 years, and you're also business partners. You are both of you entrepreneurs. Not only real estate, not only graphic design, not only startup companies. You are both of you, because we had a conversation 5 minutes right before we started the interviews, and I already can see that we're gonna stay after the interview to talk about potentials in business here at Wired International and
That is all we do.
Wi+Cowork. So you reached out to me and you said, hey, I like what you're doing with your interviews, and I also have a story. How do you guys ended up, if you want to share, as much as you want to share, you control the information. How you guys ended up in the States and why? Back in the day, your parents made the decision. You did not make the decision. Mm-hmm. So, how did this happen?
Well, to be honest, my mother she's a forensic toxicologist, and when we lived in Canada, there was just not enough crime for her to keep her job interesting. So we
came to the States.
And then until we came to Harris County, which is eventually her exactly where she needed to be to have a very fulfilling career in crime. She was the crime lab director. So
I would picture New York City, or maybe
Harris County,
or maybe the border. But a lot of people come here for two reasons. Number one is the medical sector. Yeah. So a lot of people, and I've heard these doctors say, no, I want to stay in Houston because we see all these crazy things, all these kind of disease, which is bad, but it's good for their practice. Also, the oil and gas people that come here, and nowadays the new set of human beings that are called entrepreneurs, and Houston has all these amazing opportunities and platforms for people like you guys and I to succeed. Now, so that's pretty cool. See, I'm learning all of this right here. I had no idea. Thank you, Susie, for welcome. Welcome to our series of interviews. If you have any questions, please, here is a section for comments. We're linking a lot of their information. And now, so basically, your mom was the leader. You said we're gonna move to the States because I really want to practice my degree in a way. Now, in a way, you are fully American, because you've been here the majority of your time, married to a Houstonian, a Texan, Travis, but also you brought a lot from back home from your mother, because you live with her, and I'm pretty sure she grew up in Iran and she had all these customs. How do you think that benefit your environment as you were able to contribute and benefit from?
I would say her drive. She had a lot of drive. She's came here and she realized like a lot of the possibilities that were available for her. And from as far as I remember, like she always told us that the sky was the limit, and that's why came here, and that's what we should do. So we should always keep pursuing and keep bettering ourselves.
Okay. Was she really, really strong in trying to keep a lot of the culture, food, customs, and because you brought the America, the U.S. to her, because you even though you lived in Canada for how long?
Just probably like 6 years.
6 years in Canada. You've been in the majority of the time. You were able to broaden the spectrum of your mom, but also she cooked for you guys. She helped you with all this customs. Do you still speak
Farsi?
Farsi or?
I don't speak it as well, but I can fully understand it. But
okay.
My family speaks Farsi, like the household. Yeah, it's all.
Excellent. So we're gonna now. This is not a show. Let's call it a show now for religion or politics, because that's like underwear. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. It's yours. But nowadays we're going through a lot of things that happen with the new laws and the new ways of implementation of laws and regulations. We know that we have to have them. I paid the price. I went through the entire process, and here I am. But now, what are your opinions of the way these laws are being implemented?
I think it's making me feel very unwelcome. It was just a few years ago that I became a U.S. citizen. Prior to that, I just had my green card.
Your green card. You never really pursued the full transition. Okay.
So when I had my green card, and I don't think a lot of people understand, with your green card, you can start a business.
You can do everything, just like a regular citizen.
You can you could work. You could do all this stuff. You pay taxes. The one thing you just don't do is vote. And so when
you never saw the need really to just go and pursue that.
But when there's a ban telling you that as a U.S. citizen, like when you have a home here, or as a green card holder, like the original ban, like when you could have a home here, you could have a family here, you could have all sorts of stuff, and then all of a sudden not be like allowed back into the country. I mean,
people that and this is something that I like to share personally. People that I know close to me that now are forced to make the process to naturalization because the green card can be removed, and then you have invested your money, your efforts, you obtain liabilities as house payments and car and families, and then being afraid of leaving the country. So in that state, I truly feel the way you also feel. So I'm guessing you did the process before, and I know that the number of processes have quadrupled because of right before Mr. President Donald Trump became into the House. Now, so that's our intake. We know that we don't like it, but he's our president, and I'm not going to be, nobody plays a potato on my plate. They don't do it. My mom did it for a while. Now it's my job to do it, so I don't rely on those instances. But we have a voice, and we have the power to express our voices. Now let's get into what I like, which is the business brain. Now, why don't you tell Travis a little bit of? First of all, we're going to go into your own profession, which is branding, graphic design, and positioning of companies. And you have a company called, why don't you tell us a little bit?
McCarra Creative. And I mean, pretty much we just kind of bring a company's vision into fruition and all of the, you know, tangibles, whether it's product design, marketing, you know, the whole identity and kind of concepts that you, you know, expel as a business with messaging or any of the other touch points that kind of go across that. But
so you can have any company, any entrepreneur, any small business owner that really want to take their company to the next level, and then help them separate themselves from the herd, from the others, find an identity through their own philosophy of business. So interesting. His website is linked right here, and it says, please,
McCarra.com.
McCarra.com is linked right here. So if you want to go check it out, please go to the link. Now you are also as partners. Let's talk about this. Is my territory.
Yeah.
It's called real estate investments and real estate landlord, tenants, and also creating new opportunities in the real estate arena. So tell us a little bit, you know, when this started and where you guys at right now, if you have any business to offer to somebody.
It started with my family essentially just never letting go. Like any home they purchased, they never sold it. They just like ended up renting it and then purchasing their next home. And then that opportunity kind of like came to my brother and I to invest in real estate as well. And so together,
How long ago?
Probably we've been doing this for probably 10 years.
10 years, okay. So 10 years you've been investors, you've been acquiring properties and finding tenants to live there, and then to optimize the cash flow and also the property valuation or appreciation on the value of the home. What kind of investments, if you like to share, if not, you know, because
we've had like a few single family homes and then a fourplex in Montrose, and then a project that the two of us, I guess our first project together.
Our baby as far as, you know, the real estate investments.
Meaning like you went from zero, you built it and everything?
Yeah, we built ground up. We built in the historic 4th Ward, we built like 2 duplexes.
In 4th Ward, okay.
Yeah.
We're very close. Right now we're in Midtown, but we got 3rd Ward right here, 4th Ward.
So, and we worked together with an architect on the design of it, and then built it ground up, and it was the craziest 6 months ever, but like it turned out to be great.
Hey,
and beautiful,
look,
and
there's nothing that comes out of nothing, number one. And everybody always wants to share your success, but they don't know all the pain that the tremendous amount of dedication, the patience, understanding, faith that he's going to go through, because endurance number one. A lot of people that are wanting to step in, they believe, oh, he's doing so well, oh, he's got it easy, this because, and they just don't realize that it's the same way for everybody. When you start something, were you born knowing how to drive? No. And at the beginning, when you were driving, you were thinking about the driving, you were thinking about the shift, you were thinking about everything else, and then it becomes natural for doing it so much. So the idea is to evolve as an investor. So I'd like to learn more about the investment. Are any of you licensed or not? You never pursue the licensing? Okay.
No, we find our own tenants really just through, at this point it's been just like friends of friends, or just sharing on Facebook and such, and finding people in there. But other than that, we've never pursued it as real estate agents. We just kind of help ourselves, like do it for ourselves, and help like friends if they have questions.
Yeah, that's great. Now we're keeping in mind, we're keeping it short. Hey, it's my fault. We'll always go longer because I talk and then I keep asking more questions. Let's talk about the new baby. This is called, in my opinion, I'm calling it the startup, but I don't know if it's a startup. Maybe it's been in the making for a while.
Yeah, it's a startup. It started this month.
Okay, wow.
This is the first month.
Okay.
That
it
we
started
launched.
this month that you launched. Okay, this is different because maybe this is in the works for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, I've been going to train. I've been training for the last
3 or 4.
Yeah, for the last 6 months or so, and then to become a certified pediatric sleep consultant.
Okay.
And then the business launched like March 1st, essentially. So this is we're like our group will help new parents or expecting parents.
Yeah, so tell us the meet and greet of these places and what is so different about you guys and others, or is there any competition in Houston? I don't even know.
I think, well, we're here to help parents like get their children to like form healthy sleep habits and get to sleep and sleep throughout the night and do it early. I do think there's other consultants maybe in Houston. I'm not entirely sure, and I know there are they're nationwide, and it is possible for anyone to work with anyone in any location. The majority of the consultants are to come in at the pretty much like when your child already has a problem, and what we're trying to focus on is to help you identify good habits and be proactive about getting your child to sleep early on, so then there isn't an issue later on.
Okay.
So our ideal, we love expecting parents, we love new parents, we share all our knowledge with them.
Correct.
So that way they don't roll up.
And the idea, I'm just curious how the idea, was. And I think we're gonna have to do another section on this on this right here. I also remember the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, JC Wired, is gonna be launched on Monday. I've been saying it's gonna be launched, but hey, I'm just creating expectations. I'm just kidding. It's called technical issues, but I think we're gonna save a lot of the meet and greet and how you ended up with this, because there's so much to talk about, from the real estate, from the graphic design to helping other companies, now to help your own company. Real quick, how the idea was born.
It's really just because we don't have, for most people, their maternity leave is, if they have any, is very short. And so when they come back to work, it's making sure just you're ready to get back to work. A child doesn't stop you from your goals and dreams.
True.
That's why we started it.
If you have any questions, I know our audience is going back and forth. It's Friday. I understand this is spring break. This is going to be rolling around in Facebook. Thank you, Nisa, for being here with us. So you have a company. The website is right here linked, which is called
the Baby Sleep Academy.
The Baby Sleep Academy. Both of them are linked right here. And since we promised you guys to keep it short and sweet, family from Iran, converted into a Texan family with a combination of both. Not really happy what's happening with the immigration implementation laws, not the regulations, but the way it's being implemented, and having some countries that are being banned, including, I know for a fact, your country is on the list, which is a more sensitive. I don't know if you want to say anything about that, or you want to keep it quiet.
I think just the fear that it sparks alone is kind of, the bigger danger. I mean, we went down to Mexico City a couple weekends ago, and it was maybe, I don't know if this is a good idea for you to come. I don't know.
We don't even know if we should leave the country, because if a green card doesn't matter, then why does a citizenship matter at a certain point,
Well, no. Even if say it used to be matter, now they can come back and say, it doesn't matter either. So
if you're born in this country, and I think I worry about what that means for our children.
No, I understand. Even though there was I don't watch any television, any shows, but I was at the gym working out last night, and there was a congressman, I think it's Republican, talking to a dreamer. Dreamer are those who were not born here, but they were brought to this country at the age of 2, 3, 4, and they've been here already for 15 years. They're 19 years old, and now they're being told, hey, you got to go back. So it's very rough, and the congressman was saying, look, you don't have to come back. We are going after those who are in that position of immigration plus criminal records. So that's what they're saying, but still, I know what you're saying. So today, before we let you guys go, all the information, her link, his link are right here on the description. Please be nosy. Go click on their Facebook page. Go click on their profiles. If you have any questions, if you are a mom, if you are a dad, go ask them the questions. They know how to put your baby to sleep. Or at least you can go and learn and become a pro at this amazing startup here in Houston. Location, you guys have a location, or this is all internet?
All internet.
All internet?
Yeah.
Great. What message can you guys leave the audience today? Either a couple, if maybe one of them is not from here, or both of them are not from here, and they only see obstacles after obstacles before thinking joining themselves not only as life partners, but as business partners. What kind of input can you tell them?
Don't deny yourself anything that you want.
Okay, whatever. So don't deny everything that you.
Anything that you want.
Okay, as a couple or as individuals?
And everything. Yes,
And everything.
couple.
It might apply for her, not for me.
No, because
I can deny him what he wants.
no, what I'm saying like it's very difficult. I see a lot of couples trying to go in business, and then they're like, and then all this friction, because when you start doing more things, there's more energy that goes into it. And I said, you said, but you're supposed to.
Oh,
and
for
then,
sure, that's there, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you actually divide and then, okay, that was work. Let's take the gloves on because we're married, you know? How do you actually divide that?
I don't know. I think we're still learning.
I don't know that you ever have a strict division. You know,
Yeah.
Well, I work with my sister's also my business partner, so I think my battery is also started to run out. So guys, if you are a couple, look, it's a proof right here, successful proof that you can do it. Please, go check out their websites. Any last minute message before we go in regard to for those immigrants, maybe you?
Don't deny yourself anything you
Don't
want.
deny yourself for anything you want.
Just keep going.
Thank you guys so much for reaching out to me. I really appreciate that. And we're going to stay here talking business, maybe downstairs. I got to go and check the space because I'm here alone today. Thank you, Alberto. ¿Cómo está? It's Italian. We're joining us right now, who lives in Houston, Texas. Guys, thank you one more time for taking a little bit of your precious quality time to watch this right here. If you believe that this has any kind of value to you or others, please, we like the likes, we love the comments, and share it if you like it. So thank you guys. Have an amazing rest of the day and an amazing weekend. Ciao, ciao.